You must have seen your hair recently and thought, wow, we need to put that on a t-shirt.
That's exactly what you thought, Chris.
2022 men's round 3 match.
I must say, though, I think the colors come out better in your hair than on the athletic apparel.
Best of 5 games. Lovell.
Well, quite the contrast of styles here. Tsz Kwan Lau having a bit of a reputation for liking to fire it in, which has seemed to have been quite successful at times on this glass court, where Paul Coll obviously preferring to systematically grind things out, really feel out his opponent, and take his time working into these encounters.
Certainly does like to fire it in. I watched his last match against fellow Scot Greg Lobban, and he could not put a foot wrong.
One love.
He was firing off all cylinders, firing it in from all areas of the court and just pulling it off. It was quite spectacular to watch, in a sad way, obviously, because I was coaching Greg in that match. A very exciting player. Certainly was entertaining the home crowd.
Well, it's exciting times here for Hong Kong squash, having some good representation in the last 16. We saw Tong earlier on the women's side of things.
Yeah, it's nice for them to, one, just be playing a tournament at home finally. They've spent a lot of time on the road in hotels for long periods of time. Secondly, to be making the last 16 at a platinum event, it's great points on offer for them, which will certainly help their rankings.
Yeah, I was really fascinated by the round-the-world journey that they were all doing through from sort of the middle of 2020 right through to probably September of this year. They practically didn't come home back to Hong Kong. I really feel there should have been a little bit more awareness in the squash community about that. It was really impressive. They were literally schlepping around the world, tournament to tournament.
Yeah, it's tough to be on the road playing tournaments away from home anyway, but to be doing that stretch of time, it's very admirable. Away from the family and home comforts.
Yeah, and just the logistical aspect, having to decide where to go next, was really impressive. I mean, I'm personally an air miles aficionado, so I can only imagine the kind of air miles they would have racked up in that period.
Down. And out. 2-all.
Well, it's been a mixed bag here so far from Lau. We've seen some brilliant attacks, and then that one practically in the floor.
Yeah, it's just that style of squash that he plays. It's to be expected, particularly if the pressure is coming from a player like Paul Coll. You're not going to get many opportunities to slam it in the nick. I'm sure he'll take them when he can get them. Let's have a look at that again. Look at this.
3-2.
What a stun. The way he's taken that big backswing and then just stunned the ball.
Yeah, the control of the movement there was really fabulous.
Something Mazen Hesham like that shot.
4-2.
Well, and I think one of the other interesting things to possibly take note of here is obviously this court a little bit unique in the sense that it can be quite dead, but then quite fast off the front wall. And Lau will be very familiar with it, training here quite frequently. There he just slashes it out of the air on the cross-court volley. Tell you what, he's been very exciting so far.
Out. Out. And out. 3-5.
Well, it's good to see Paul Coll surviving. Yesterday, they had their end of their Movember challenge, him and Greg Lobban, and they had to do a bit of waxing of the upper lip, and I fortunately got to witness it, and it certainly did not look very pleasant at all. So hopefully he's moisturized well and he won't be suffering any sort of burn from the sweat coming down here.
I'm sure, as Paul Coll does, he'll have done excellent recovery on that moustache.
This is fantastic from Lau. He's played the very cheeky little top spin straight drop, and then he's absolutely pumped that ball to length.
One thing that fascinates me about Lau is the very late racket preparation. If you watch after he's hit the shot, his racket is so low, pointing to the ground. Yet he still manages to get set and ready for most of his shots. Even when he was playing Greg Lobban and the ball was coming down the middle, he was able to adapt his racket quickly, but it's quite fascinating given how low that racket prep is.
Down. And out, 5-6.
Well, Paul Coll trying to steady things out here. He's not going to panic. He's going to just buckle down and try and create more consistent pressure.
6-all.
Oh. That's great speed from Lau, getting onto that,
and out,
counter dropping quickly.
Stroke to Lau. 8-6.
Well, good little patch from Lau. No nerves creeping in when Paul Coll leveled the score. He just went back about his business, attacking straight away.
With the type of player that Lau is, this exact situation is just going to make him thrive even more. Home court, home crowd. Time to put on a show.
No, absolutely. This is a real recipe for success for Lau. There's
7-8.
really not much pressure here, and he can really relax that arm and really throw it at the ball.
Stroke to Lau. Yeah, you backed into him.
I feel like this could just be a let. Chris, what about you?
On the stroke decision.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see the replay. I think it really has to do with if Paul Coll stepped in to Lau's line.
Stroke to Lau, decision upheld. Coll has 3 reviews remaining. And out. 9-7.
Well, there you go. So Lau maintains his slight advantage.
Is that carry? Oh, doesn't matter.
10-7.
Tidied that up
Game
nicely.
ball.
Getting his first game ball.
Well, Tsz Kwan Lau with 3 game balls now. It's been a fabulous first game from him. Really taking no prisoners here, attacking every opportunity he gets.
Down.
Oh, and he went for it there. Just maybe a little bit too
And out,
speculative.
8-10.
Ball
Game
dipping
ball.
very quickly.
Down.
Oh, another header.
Well, another game ball saved from Paul Coll.
9-10. Game
Paul just
ball.
weathering the storm here.
Well, Lau is really going for it. You can see him breathing heavily, but
Yes, let.
anything that... Oh, and Paul Coll
Yeah,
going
you-
for
you
another
in his way,
review.
He couldn't prepare a swing or anything. Play a review. Coll on the yes
I'm not
let.
sure this is the best advised review.
No comment in the review.
Pretty average shot, to be honest. I think it just depends on what sort of access Lau had.
The only thing I'm thinking is has Lau stitched himself by going in front of Paul? The ball's got already passed. Was the line behind? That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the thing is, at least he's making the effort to go
Yes,
through and find a line.
Paul Coll has 2 reviews remaining. 9-10, game ball.
Oof.
Good rally here from Paul Coll, really
Oh.
narrowing down the angles.
10-all. Yes, okay.
I feel Lau had the opportunity to maybe ask for a stroke in that front
10-all, the
left.
player must win by 2 points.
Well, Paul Coll saving 3 game balls, and now he's leveled things.
And out, 11-10, game ball.
Well, another game ball for Tsz Kwan Lau. Really disrupting Paul Coll's movement with all these attacks.
Out. And out. 11-all.
It's an important game for Tsz Kwan Lau. Put himself in a fabulous opportunity to win this one. And this is one of those where you know pretty much what you're going to get from Paul Coll. His level's not going to dip, his quality's only going to go up. So Tsz Kwan Lau needs to take full advantage of every opportunity he gets here. Well, there it is from Paul Coll, finding the whiff.
12-11.
And Paul Coll now has a game ball of his own.
And out. 12-all.
Wow, what a rally. Absolute great use and adaptation of his hands and racket work
13-12.
in that front left.
Game ball.
He's playing the ball into space so cleverly. Lau, another game ball.
Well, he's been really clever, Lau. He's making the court big for Paul Coll. He's just coming at so many different angles. It's difficult for Paul Coll to close the court down. Well, there it is. Tsz Kwan Lau taking the first game.
1 game to love.
for Hong Kong. Well, 15 minutes of action of the highest quality, and Hong Kong's Tsz Kwan Lau takes the first game over the top seed Paul Coll, 14-12.